The Vols are back.
Can't kill it. Can't kill it. Go.
They waiting outside. They flooding the gates, I'm flooding the wrist. Like, no, I ain't got it. Stormy and Scott. It used to like when he got my brothers with me. We lighting the city on fire. Protect my Achilles, cause they tryna kill me, but I never been so alive. Yeah. Whiplash, we get so loud. Whiplash, all night. We get whiplash, all night, all night, all night.
Can't kill it. Go.
Origami paper, but I never fall for anyone. She a 9 plus 10, yeah, you know that equal 21. Savage big in a rap, it's a brand, keep it running. Drip her out in Bulgari, and she know she bad. I'm like Clyde, she like Bunny. I came from the bottom, please don't ask me what it took. I got demons in my past, but my angels keep on shook. Man down, I can't hear a sound. Walk out on your block, I hear silence in the slide. Man down, me and Ryder raise a toast. Tryna shadow ban my boy, but you can't kill a ghost.
Well, we had a player hit the transfer portal, so you guys know what that means. The sky's falling. We're losing 7 games minimum, and this is my personal analysis on the transfer portal.
I can't stand Spider-Man. I can't stand him. I hate him.
Well, with that out of the way, hey, fellow comrades, it is Squidtard here, as well as my boys, Mr. Lucas Sharp and Julio Rodriguez, and welcome back to the Vol Star Podcast. We do this show every 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I know we're an hour late. Unfortunately, I had a project I was attending to, and it's due tonight, so I couldn't just put it off for this show. Now, this show is very important, and these two people's times are very important as well. But, priorities, that's just the way it is. But, I appreciate you guys hopping on the show an hour late. How are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing good. I was just waiting for y'all to start the show. I forgot to check the thing, so yeah, I was sorry about that.
Recommendation for next time, you may want to do that.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I didn't do it. I didn't really think about it, and then I got your message and I got your call, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, it is tonight. I don't know why. I guess probably where I wasn't here last week, so.
Well, happens to the best of us. Lucas, what about you? How you doing tonight?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Of course, we had a pretty good time at the spring game, and of course, still recovering from this sinus infection that I have.
I got a whole. You go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully I can recover from this sometime soon.
Yeah.
But also, Squid, can you? I'm sorry. Can you sit down? I can't see the game. Like, can you please sit down?
The game. Oh.
Yeah. I can't see the game. You're from the third row. I need you to sit down.
That's right.
Foul. No, 2 fouls.
My general analysis on that. Yeah, we're going to show some of that because most of that footage I didn't show in my spring game recap video. So we're going to show it tonight on the show, including that part where he yapped at us for whatever reason. First off, let's introduce the people from the comments. Andrew, the textbook, fellow Gamecock. What's going on, buddy? Good to have you around. AIP, fellow Tennessee volunteer. How you doing, buddy? Nico Iamaliava is a beast, as that's why we call him over here, or I call him Nico. I'ma love you, because we already know we're gonna love some Nico action. All right, well, before we get into the show tonight, just want to remind everybody watching, if this is your first time being here, thank you so much for being here on the Vol Star Podcast. like I said, we do the show every Monday, 8:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Two of my co-hosts, most of the time, they're always here. And, we have a great time over here on the Vol Star podcast. Feel free to comment anything that you'd like, whether you're a Vol fan or not. We're glad to have you over here. And of course, if you feel any incentive to donate to my PayPal and hopefully my super chat pretty soon, because we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers over here on Squidtard Sports. It won't be too much longer. We're getting up there pretty soon, and I've got some great content on the way for this channel. But anyway, if you feel the need to donate to the Vol Star podcast, for every dollar receiving donations, I'll get on the ground right down there and do one push-up for every dollar. So if I get $50 tonight, 50 push-ups on the ground. It may kill me, but it's worth the entertainment value. So first off, as you can see, I have been affected greatly by the weather from Neyland Stadium. You can hardly see it now. I've put so much crap on this hand, sunblock and all that.
So some aloe vera.
Yeah, the whole ordeal. My knees, I can't. I don't think I'll be able to lift them up. Yeah, see right here, they're nearly screwed to hell and back. But they haven't peeled yet, so I'll keep you guys updated. I'll keep you guys updated on that.
I was saying I had the exact opposite problem in Philadelphia for night one. Whenever I was there, it was cold. It was like low. It was like what I want to say like high 40s, but it had since I was higher up in the stadium, and it also had like a big wind chill. The wind was like making it practically like mid 30s, like wind chill, and so it was horrible.
What night 2 was warmer though, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, night 2 was a lot warmer. It was a lot better.
But yeah,
interesting stuff.
Thankfully, I didn't get any like sunburns or anything because I mostly just tan. But
yeah, I feel that one. That's for sure. So before we get into our spring game coverage that me and Lucas recorded on the trip to Neyland Stadium, we do have some unfortunate news to announce. This actually dropped 30 minutes ago, right before the show kicked off. So I guess it's a great thing that we talked about this, or this was the time that I was late because, of course, 30 minutes ago, it was announced that our leading tackle on the Tennessee team, or our leading tackler, per se, Elijah Herring, is entering the transfer portal, and he had 79 tackles as a Tennessee player. We have there's no reason why he would transfer. Maybe it was a replacement gig. No clue. Maybe somebody's tampering and paid him a significant amount. Ohio State. I'm looking at you. If he transfers to Ohio State, I'm getting ready to make a video talking about how they're literally tampering. And the ironic part about that is they've been yapping and crying about Michigan doing the same exact thing. But anyway, so he hits the transfer portal. Leading tackler for the Tennessee team. He's, good luck wherever he goes. Hopefully he doesn't pull a whatever his name is, Trevor Etienne, and, goes to a rival. Or Gerald Mincey, who went to Kentucky and then proceeded to talk trash about Tennessee. We remember everything over here, by the way. So just, good luck wherever you go. Hopefully it's not a rival of Tennessee. And that's all I can say. You guys got any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think you just said it best. Also, I think it's so weird how Mincy's will have played for 3 SEC East teams. Since there's, no more divisions, though, but still playing for 3 SEC East teams, all of them rivals.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm probably interested to see how this is going to pan out. We have no idea what's getting ready to happen. But, it's, of course, now all these people are jumping around saying that this is the end for Tennessee and all this. And, the copium being snorted is absolutely insane. Of course, per the norm, we kind of expected this because we lose one player. Tennessee's losing 7 games. Yeah, we've heard all that already, but we've got people to replace him. Would be just fine on our end. That's all there is to that. Let's show some of this footage from the spring game, why don't we? So a higher note, I guess, because the spring game was pretty fun. Lucas, did you have a great time other than your sinus infection?
Yeah, it was a pretty good time. Being able to, of course, watch Nico play, and of course seeing Jake Merklinger, and also seeing some of the receivers, of course, show out. Chaz Nimrod, even though, of course, Uncle Lou was like, "Oh, of course, a player named Nimrod is on the Tennessee team." Like, bruh, bruh, don't talk about my boy Nimrod like that. And
We will not tolerate Nimrod trash talking here on this channel. That is one thing I will not tolerate.
yeah, and also apparently, of course, I was also
That's my
impressed with
thumbnail.
even though he's like a walk on, I was impressed with Dayton Sneed. I was impressed with him. I'm hoping he can get a scholarship soon.
For sure. He did play really good. I don't know if I got any footage of us scoring, but I do know I got at least some decent footage. So I guess we'll just that was us. We were over there with the Talking Vols crew.
Me and my uncle
yeah.
were originally planning on going to the spring game also, but Lucas, he had a sinus infection. I started to get sick whenever I got back from Philly.
Yeah, I feel that one. Yeah, it happens to the best of us.
I don't know if it's because I was outside exposed to those elements, or I think it might have been maybe I just came in contact with someone that had some or whatever.
Right. Like I said, it happens to the best of us. You just never know how you get it.
Because I don't know if you've ever been to like any wrestling shows, but like especially if you go to like any WrestleMania or any like big sporting event like that, and you're trying to get through a sea of people, you're practically sometimes like straight face to face with each other, and you have to kind of scoot through. It feels weird.
Right. I feel that one. Y'all can hear the audio, right?
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
I think I might have forgotten to turn that on. That is exactly what I did.
Can y'all sit down? Y'all in the third row.
Yeah. We'll get to that clip soon. I think I did actually put that on my ship video, but you'll get to hear it here too.
Smokey.
I can't tell who wore more alternate uniforms, Smokey or the actual team. It's interesting stuff there.
This is what sold out looks like at Vanderbilt.
Also a true statement.
Okay, so we might be in the Vol Twitter section because a lot of people from like Vol Twitter are in this section of people. So all the micro celebrities are gathered in this area.
Just roll past that. These two guys right here, I'm pretty sure some of the micro celebrities I'm talking about, because I saw a Twitter post, but I think it was Channel Tennessee or Channel _TN. And literally the picture came from one of these two guys right here. I know it for a fact.
I would imagine it came from the one on the left because he's like the Tennessee super fan who has literally been on the news before. He literally goes to basically every Tennessee sporting event he can go to.
And that's probably him.
Wait, are you talking about Austin?
No, but Austin was there. In fact, he was like right over there.
Yeah, I took a picture of him and I tweeted it out.
I didn't know. Well, see, I ran into him, and I think I talked to him. What was it at the regional when we faced LSU in like 2022? I think I ran into him. I think I was going to get some at the concession stand. I was like, "Holy shit, it's Austin!" I said, "No, that's weird to be weird over a micro celebrity," but I was like, I never thought I'd run into someone from like Tennessee Twitter or whatever because I just started it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel that one. Yeah, that's cool though. Yeah, there were a lot of people there that I didn't recognize them, but Lucas recognized quite a few faces I didn't. So that's saying something. I think this was the first play.
Yeah, it was. Woo.
I think that was inbounds too. Yep, this is you heard that. You heard that. Yep, this is where we got yelled at.
Can you all see?
Sure can.
I want to, but
We bought tickets too.
So, then stand up and use them. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. And the dude was literally talking. He was like, "Oh, I've been a season ticket holder for like a million years." Whoopity do? No one cares.
As if that gives you like some type of like ability to bend people against your will. No. Like
I've been a season ticket holder ever since Johnny Majors was the coach. Like, bro, no one cares.
Right. And I mean, and the reason why I said I want to, as in I want to sit down, was because I was sitting down originally, but the people in front of me were standing up the entire time. So instead of, yapping about it and, complaining, I stood myself up. Now, and there's circumstances where people have a hard time standing up or their legs are, hurting. And in those scenarios, that's stuff you should discuss with people instead of just being a complete asshole about it. I'm sorry to tell you, but that's just the way it is. On top of that, you're at a game. You're in the front seats where a bunch of students are. Chances are you're going to be dealing with people standing up. That's just how Tennessee fans are. Most fans, especially in the front row seats, are passionate enough to where they're going to be standing up most of the time. So if you don't like it, don't go to the game. Don't know what to tell you.
You should play that one clip from Monster House of that old man being like, "Get off my lawn."
So
it's sad because this is more common than people think.
I had that same experience in Philly, which I discussed it beforehand or whatever. The one dude yelled at me for 1 second. I was like, I literally told you like before I sat down that I was, going to, like I was, I would have to stand up, but at least like halfway through, like like halfway through the show because I need to stretch out my legs because if I don't, then my legs get, stuffer like. Just how my legs are. My legs get tired really easy because of medical conditions. And so I told that to him, and then like he stopped, I guess, because he remembered it or whatever.
Right. Well, the guy next to us, the guy I was sitting next to, was even telling this guy behind us who was yelling, if you need to move seats and switch with me, that's completely fine. But instead of, answering to that, he just went on another tangent about how he held season tickets since the Revolutionary War. So really nobody, he didn't care to listen to anybody. He just kind of went on those tangents. So we just all kind of said, screw it, and just watched the game. In fact, he yelled at some other people. He yelled at some of the people standing in the front row, and they sat down for about 5 minutes and then stood back up. So I don't really know. He didn't respond to anybody else after that, but
he held season tickets even before the Bible was invented.
Actual game day is going to be real tough for him because there's no way that he's going to be sitting behind somebody who isn't going to be standing up the majority of the time. Just the way it is. So.
But Squid, season tickets though.
Yeah, season tickets, though. Just because you have season tickets doesn't mean you have merit over everybody else.
And one question I do have though about his season tickets, I wonder which one he had. Like, do you think he had like the expensive season ticket, or do you think he had the, like the upper deck ones or whatever?
He must have thought he had the Sigma tickets, which grant him, free will to talk smack to anybody around him. Sorry. Ain't working like that, buddy. But enough about him. There's the GOAT, Amari Thomas. See, there's one player right there who I think will, play a really good replacement for Elijah Herring. So,
I mean, he's more of a defensive tackle. I mean, he'll make a good dent though.
Man, how long has
sure.
Amari Thomas been a part of the team? It feels like he's been a part of this team for like a million years.
most of these guys are fifth-year seniors. So,
yeah, he's been here. What?
there.
He's probably been here 6 years, hasn't he?
Probably. COVID year, granted extra eligibility, and then red shirt. So, yeah, probably 6 years. Other stuff here. There's a lot of that going on where they overthrew passes, and it was just like a crescendo of whoa. A whole lot of that going on.
Ain't that like half of Josh Heupel's offense?
Yeah.
That works.
Super Bowl champion right there.
2-time Super Bowl champion.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually kind of funny. We both got to see Trey Smith.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because he was in Philly.
Yeah. I wish I could have got a better picture because I was just like going to my seat when that was happening.
Yeah.
Because they did it like beforehand, and like I was sitting there getting my $15. It was $15 for a souvenir cup at that place. I about wanted to punch the fucking concession stand people.
Oh, wow, we got a touchdown. Let's go. Who was it?
I think. Was it Dayton Sneed or Chaz Nimrod?
Yeah, it was Sneed because it was the first touchdown of the day.
Put Sneed on scholarship, sir.
The guy who scored that touchdown, I'm going to keep my eyes on him from now on.
Sneed a playoff player, sir. That was when Merklinger scored, I think that was.
Yeah, that's Merklinger.
Oh yeah, it was him. Yeah, because he had the.
Look at him go! Look at him go! Elusiveness.
Yeah, that was a great run.
Oh
by
yeah,
him.
and by the way, since Jake Merklinger ran the ball instead of scored on a passing touchdown, he ain't no good according to the other people.
Talked about that last week. About how Nico wasn't he ain't no good because you could only run the ball against Iowa, Squidtard.
Long overdue on this one, but it's time for the Georgia fans to get insecure again. Look who it is. Josh Dobbs and Jawan Jennings, the dynamic duo of chaos. And also gave Butch Jones 2 years of extension at Tennessee.
Ain't that the truth?
Oh God, that was great commentary there.
Thanks.
Who told
I do my
me
part.
That Nico is only good. He's no good because he.
Oh yeah, right. That was I had to redo that because I
He
screwed
ran the
up.
ball instead of threw for passing touchdowns.
I started fumbling my mouth.
Got some unfortunate news for you.
Yeah, that was when Nico had the passing touchdown. But it's a spring game, sweetheart.
So this went from a defensive showdown in the first quarter to a shootout in the second. Now every single quarterback has at least a touchdown. So, boy, the Tennessee can't pass the ball crowd is sure in shambles right now.
Oh yeah, the Gas and
I'm
Morgue
not
of
sure
Mike
we said that, but
Matthews.
if we did,
Oh yeah, that
check
was
yourself.
yeah.
That'd be great.
That was a great one.
71 yards.
Yeah, that was the 70 that was the 71 yarder to Brazzell. Now the first thing I noticed from this part alone, this is obviously the SEC network coverage. Look at the graphic. Look at the graphic.
It's Nico Brazzell.
Yeah. Julio, you watched the game on SEC network, right?
I didn't really get to watch it until like the very end.
Oh, okay. Because I was gonna say, I was like, so of course we noticed this. I'm sure if you saw the game at that point in time, you absolutely would have as well.
Yeah, oh, the Nico Brazil thing I can see from
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, no big. Yeah, somebody. Graphics guy may get fired for that one. I
For a
don't know.
long touchdown.
But yeah, anyway, number 11 went for a long touchdown, completely burnt the defender. Does that sound familiar, Bama man? I don't know.
There's your defensive mastermind right there. No, not that dude's head. Right there. Mr. James Pierce Jr. He's got
Yeah. Yeah, one defensive player getting lost, doesn't really matter too much when you got this absolute unit on the field. So
Did you also see that Florida had 10 people on the field for their extra point attempt?
I did, yeah. But they got DJ Wagway though. Oh, here's the super fan in question that we were talking about. I think my favorite part about that is we were off sync from the actual band playing that, so I guess it was just sort of an echo.
All right, incoming funny man with the Tootsie lost the spring game. Dirty. Oh, never mind. Turns out Tennessee won the spring game. A tough day for all you haters out there. Take a knee.
Oh yeah, this is when they had to retry the field goal 3 times.
Beautiful. Oh, never mind.
Imagine they kept missing and missing and missing and missing.
Just an infinite loop.
50 years later.
Instead of Zach Edey getting free throws, it's Tennessee getting free field goals. They got to keep the field goals at the high school, the field goals. He got it.
Foul. No, two fouls.
Goes at the high school, the field goes.
There we go.
He
On
got
the way,
it.
a knuckleball. Yeah.
Let's go! Look, everyone, the epitome of Knoxville traffic.
Boy, ain't that the truth.
Oh, I hate to interrupt the highlight thing, but did y'all see where the D1 baseball? They ranked Kentucky ahead of us.
Oh yeah, I did see that. Well,
I mean, they technically have played one less game and lost one less game because they played 35 and we played 36, and we're 30-6 and they're 30-5.
right. Well, it'll all be settled this weekend anyway, so it's not like it matters too much. Like, they have a ranking.
I know. I was just saying. I just think it's. But here's the thing: if I remember correctly, didn't we just lose a midweek to Stanford? Or not Stanford or Sanford, I think. Like that same week.
Something like that, yeah.
Like what the hell? How do you rank them ahead of us when we just? I know LSU's not good this season, but heck, I think sweeping a SEC team, even if they're kind of shit, is even more impressive than losing against Sanford.
I don't know. They do this every year. They do the same thing in basketball. Tennessee's ranked in a spot they shouldn't be. I feel that. What's up, Vol Slim Jimmy? Glad to see you are here. Kangaroo Black said he liked what he saw and definitely felt pretty good about our quarterback situation. Absolutely can get behind that.
Also, I will say this about our baseball team this year, and I'll get off of it or whatever. I just wanted to bring it up that I actually feel good about this team. The only thing I will say is our pitching is definitely not like our strong suit like it used to be, but I think if we can do what Ole Miss did, what was it, like 2 years ago, whenever they just started to be dominant and just go on a hot streak during the postseason, I think we can do it. We definitely have the offense to do it. And I think if our pitching just improves and can just get consistent, then I feel like we'll be a dangerous team.
For sure.
Yeah.
But also, like I said, those that with the one teams I'm not really too worried about is whoever gets the 1 seed. Until someone actually wins it from the 1 seed, because the 1 seed hasn't won it since 1998, which was Miami. Because look at how good that team, our team, was in 2022. We literally had more home runs. We hit more home runs than we had earned runs on us, and we still couldn't make it past the Super Regional because we lost to Notre Dame.
Right. Well, before you continue, we'll come back to the baseball talk in a minute, Julio. But first, we got to talk about some of the basketball news. No men's basketball news this week, but we do have some Lady Vols news. Of course, the WNBA draft has happened, at least the first round.
Actually,
there is one thing. We did get a transfer from Hofstra. What's his name, Lucas? I can't remember.
Let me see. I can't remember what his name is either, but let me see. But we did get a transfer from Hofstra. Oh yeah, here it is. Darlin Stone Dubar.
Didn't he have like that one highlight reel which was similar to Dalton Connect's highlight reel when he came here?
He had the same highlight reel, and he practically has almost the same stat line.
Perhaps foreshadowing. I don't know. You tell me.
Yeah, because if I remember, what was it? Don Connect averaged like 17.8 points a game, and I think he averaged like 17.7 or something like that.
Right. It sounds familiar, doesn't it?
And I think he shot like 30 around 30% from 3 or 40%.
Yeah, I mean, I was just saying that like they practically have the same exact stat line coming in, so
that's all I need to hear, baby. We're going back to the Elite Eight this year.
And then we're also, I was just going to say, we're also targeting that transfer from Belmont who's of course like 30% 3-point shooting, and he's averaging like 15 points a game or something like that.
This is spectacular.
Belmont's always been a weird team. They've always been a pretty consistent college basketball program, like women's and men's. It's kind of weird that a lot of people overlook them. Belmont, if I remember, I think Belmont actually upset someone a couple years ago in the NCAA tournament. I know it's been a while though.
Well, we definitely need all the players that we can get after, of course, Awaka and who was the other guy that hit the transfer portal?
Awaka and
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so to get some players back is, I think, significant. From
what I sorry to interrupt, I was going to say from what I heard, I think Adu was. I think South Carolina was the front runner for him. I think.
Boo!
Boo! Right? Boo!
Yeah. That doesn't pan out too well. I would not recommend going to our rival, especially one that, comparatively speaking, is not as good as we are. But, they had a great year this year. Maybe it was Mickey Mouse. Maybe it wasn't. We'll find out. So, yeah, that's basically the basketball news for this week. Lady Vols, of course, as I previously mentioned, WNBA draft just happened. And we've got, for the first time in Lady Vols history, 4 straight first-round picks. How about that? Rakia Jackson, number 4 overall pick to the LA Sparks. Can't be much happier than that. Now, of course, the team, having a stacked roster like that, of course, people are going to make the jokes like, "Oh, nothing to show for it. You didn't even go to 33rd." Yeah, I feel that. But this is very important because the more players we get that are drafted, it brings people here. It brings recruits here. It brings possible transfers here. Getting players like this drafted early is very important because a lot more people watch than some people think. So very, very, very good news there. What do y'all think? Anything to add on to that?
Nope. I think you said it perfectly. And then it also helps because the name still carries weight. I mean, I think whenever people think about women's college basketball, I think the names you think of course, right now would probably be South Carolina, and then I would probably put Iowa up there just because of Caitlin Clark. But we'll can see if they can still hold that momentum. And then if you're older, you probably think Connecticut, Tennessee, Stanford, and maybe Notre Dame. I think, and then Mississippi State was good for like 2 years. Maybe we might think of them. But those are about like the only ones I think people would really think of.
Right. Yeah.
And then I guess LSU since Angel Reese, but other than that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, hopefully Kim Caldwell can get this team going. And random question, Squid, do you like Kim Caldwell? Do you think she's gonna be a good coach?
Yeah, I said last week when she was hired that I think she's going to be a great coach for Tennessee.
Oh, you're down bad. You're down
Oh,
bad.
see, I knew you were pushing me into a joke right there. Yeah, see, this is why I'm glad we didn't get Molly Miller. I think she would have been a great coach as well, but it also would have been just a bunch of thirsty, down bad Tennessee men going, oh, number 30. Now, to be fair, that would have been great for ratings, but that's we're better than that, or at least I think we are. Most of us, at least. It's kind of like when you've got people jumping around when talking about Tennessee fans saying that they're the worst fan base, and some of the dumb stuff that Tennessee fans about Nico's winning 25 Heismans and Tennessee's winning about 85 national championships in the past in the next 100 years, stuff like that. People say, oh, that's like 90% of Tennessee fans. That couldn't be further from the truth. The loudest people tend to be a very low percentage of any fan base. So, think about that a little bit. Why don't you? Anyway, now on to our next topic here. The baseball team, going back to them. So, of course, they won the series versus LSU. And not only that, but they swept LSU, got revenge on them after what happened last year in the World Series, beat them 6-3, 3-1, and then 8-4. The offense was on stride pretty much the entirety of the series. So, very happy stuff there. Any thoughts from you guys on that? I'm sure you guys got some thoughts.
Yeah, I think it's actually kind of hilarious how LSU fans already want Jay Johnson fired after he literally just won them a national championship.
Yep. And that's how it works. Same thing happened with Coach O, which I'm sure LSU fans are familiar with. Won a natty in 2019. You don't suddenly get to fire him the next season. You got to deal with that for the next at least 2 years. So
yeah, what is it with LSU basically selling their souls for national championships? Like LSU, of course, their football team won the natty in 2019, and then in the 2020 and 2021 seasons, their team sucked.
Right, they completely tanked.
Yeah, and then this, of course, now LSU baseball won the natty last year, and right now they suck.
Exactly. And then, yeah, don't forget the LSU basketball team, the lady basketball team. They won the natty in 23, and then this past year, even though they were really close, it's about not close enough. You gotta be quicker than that. Yeah, no, definitely a great series win. Propels us going forward. Who's our next series? You guys know?
It's against Kentucky.
Gotcha. All right. Well, oh, wait, that's right. Wait, I just mentioned that. What was that? Man, my brain's running on autopilot. But anyway.
No, number 4 versus number 3.
There you go. So that series is obviously very important, not just for the standings, but because of our pride as Tennessee fans. I got a comment earlier. I asked Kentucky fans, if we beat you here, literally, what will you have over us? And then, of course, the comment, more teeth, dirt.
Is it bad that I think Kentucky might be the 4th best team in the SEC East in basketball? Because, you have Tennessee, South Carolina, and then, Tennessee, South Carolina. I was trying to think of other East teams. They might be 3rd.
I mean, Florida.
I mean, Florida's kind of weird, but I don't know.
Nah, I don't know. I can't necessarily get behind that. I would say Kentucky is earning their spot in 3rd or 2nd for now. Now that might be changing soon with the whole Mark Pope situation.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean because they hired Mark Pope. I mean, maybe maybe he'll prove me wrong, but I just don't know.
I don't see it.
He's kind of giving me Shane Beamer vibes. Just throwing that out there. But we'll figure that one out for the future.
Now, Arkansas, here's the thing. I think Calipari will kill it at Arkansas, And the reason I say that is because Arkansas their boosters finally got off their ass and did something. They have a shit ton of rich boosters, and they have sit on their ass and doing nothing for God knows how long. Finally, they actually did something. If you don't know who paid all that money for him, it was the Tyson family, and I'm pretty sure y'all know which Tyson I'm talking about. If you probably ate any chicken in your life, any frozen chicken.
Feel that?
So,
Purdue chicken better, sir.
Oh, mention of Purdue.
Foul! Okay, stay in Spider-Man.
All right. Well, on to the next topic here. And there's only one more topic we got to discuss, and that's, of course, the softball team. They, like Tennessee in baseball, won their series, this time against Mississippi State. They lost the first one in blowout fashion, 1-9, but came back, won the second one 6-1, and then the third game they won 7-3. So another series won by the softball. They seem to be carrying their weight pretty well, I'd say. Any thoughts from you guys?
Yeah, I saw that we got blown out, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird because we're one of the more consistent teams in the nation. And then I was like, oh, okay, finally we decided to wake up, because I remember people were clowning on us for losing to Mississippi State like that, the game one. Also, I want to say one other thing. If I remember correctly, I think Oklahoma's finally not the number one team in the nation.
Yeah,
I think
it's
Texas took it
now.
up. Yeah, Texas took it away from them.
Oh, well, that's going to make the web wibble waffle very, very interesting.
Actually, the Red River rivalry was already played, and Texas won the series.
Oh, well, this tells you how much I keep up with this stuff, man.
That's why Texas is now the new number one.
I'm so glad I have you guys around. Otherwise, I would not be able to carry this weight all on my own.
Well, I was about to say that's why Texas is number one. They beat them in the series. Because Oklahoma last year they've lost more games this year than they have the last 2 years.
Yep.
Oklahoma washed.
Down bad. That's right. They down bad.
I mean, they'll probably still win the national championship more than likely, but
okay, way to ruin the vibe there.
Oh yeah. Play the referee clip.
Oh shit, yeah, friggin' doomer mode.
Foul!
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, but it's until someone actually beats them, it's like the same thing with UConn at this point in men's basketball right now.
Just say you're a doomer.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let Squid play the ref clip one more time, because I'm going to say UConn has basically turned into the Georgia of men's basketball. UConn has.
But they won the championship, so that doesn't make sense. Georgia ain't won a national championship since how long has it been, man? It's been a while since Georgia won a natty, hasn't it?
2 years ago.
Man, Georgia, that's a long time ago. 2022, long time ago, dummies.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. Georgia was the last football team to go back-to-back, and UConn's the last basketball team to go back-to-back.
Yeah, but it was a long time ago when Georgia did it, so very long time ago. Yeah, Mark Richt 2.0 doing great stuff there. Anyway, before we progress off to our merry way as we wrap up the show, we finished up all of our topics. Anything else you guys want to discuss before we wrap this show up?
I don't think so. I can't really think of anything. I think we've touched on everything. I think we covered the basketball transfer. I think we covered our Elijah Herring transferring.
Yep.
I'm trying to think. We've covered the baseball, softball.
Yep.
We didn't cover.
I'm trying to sit here and think. All right. I think we've covered everything.
We didn't cover our tennis teams.
Oh, okay. We covered women's basketball too, so I guess that makes. So, all right. Yeah, that's everything.
But we didn't cover the greatest sport of all, tennis.
But that being said, Lucas, how did the tennis team do?
I think our tennis teams actually won.
Oh, number one.
No, I said like our tennis teams won. But I know our men's tennis team has been like really good as of late because I know they've made like back-to-back Final Fours.
I was about to say, haven't we lost to like Florida at the Final Fours also?
Yeah.
No, unfortunately, Lucas.
We lost to Kentucky, bro.
Yeah, let that not be an omen for what's to come in the future.
I swear to God, if Kentucky fans gonna turn into tennis fans if we beat them in baseball?
Yeah, they're a tennis team, sir. We're a tennis program.
Tennis school, baby.
But hey, the women's tennis team swept Vandy 4-0.
Well, what's new?
Wait, actually, if I remember correctly, Vanderbilt fans should be celebrating. I think they're making bowling a D1 sport. If I remember correctly. I think so. If I remember correctly.
Are there enough teams in the SEC for that to happen? Well, okay, the SEC doesn't matter in this necessarily.
Well, I don't think the SEC is a bowling thing, but I think they're like making it like a sport. Like I don't think they have like certain conferences, but they're still making it like a D1 sport.
Yeah. Interesting stuff. Well, they're going to end off tonight with something very unrelated to the Vols Star podcast, but this is something that I think is personally some of the greatest news I've ever heard. Of course, have you guys seen either of the Sonic movies?
Yeah, I've seen both of them.
I've seen the first one, not the second one.
Okay, well, this news came out literally hours ago. Well-known star of The Matrix, and more importantly, John Wick, Keanu Reeves is set to become the voice for Shadow the Hedgehog in the third movie.
Oh, jeez.
I'm all in, baby, all in. Let's go. That's the news I needed to hear today. The spectacular information. I just thought you guys should know that.
So it sounds like the Sonic 3 movie is gonna slap then.
Oh yeah, what's new? Because the first two were goated, so just make the second one all the more better. I say, don't lay an egg to finish it out.
Sonic can do something that Mario can't, and that's have good movies.
No, that's not true. The Mario movie wasn't bad.
It was good, but is it better than Sonic?
That's a debate for a whole nother day. You're getting into some very dangerous territory with that one. That's just what I think. But yeah, that's all the news I've got for today. You guys got any finalizing words for the peoples?
No, not really. Other than go Vols. That's it.
Very fair words, Lucas.
Go Vols, and hopefully I get better.
That is true. Hopefully both of us do. Again, not trying to one-up you. Your situation is as bad as mine is, if probably worse. Because, getting sick is no fun, so I feel that one. So anyway, I got to go pour more of the stuff on my knees. So until then, thank you guys again for watching. As always, make sure if you haven't already, like the live stream and sub up to Squidtard Sports on YouTube if you haven't already. Shout out to all you great people over on the Twitter page. Shout out to Lucas for retweeting that, by the way. Otherwise, those people probably wouldn't be here right now. Shout out to all you guys watching on YouTube as well. And we'll see you guys next week, hopefully on time at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, and by the way, Kentucky, one last little word for you before we head on out of here.
What's going to happen tonight? What's going to happen? We're going to whoop their fucking ass.
Cannot disagree with that statement. All right, well, until later, I'll see you guys next time. And as always, power to Tardaria. And, of course, go Vols, baby. Woo! Michigan sucks.